podcasts, a couple of our hobbies, some things we like to do, some things we like to think. We're going to call this one Grab Bag episode. Why don't you grab a seat and why don't you join us? Thanks.
So I'm Dan.
And I'm Nick, folks.
We're old friends dissecting one topic at a time. People, technology, media, we've got it all covered.
Each discussion here is a deep dive into our unique perspective. The taboo, forbidden subjects, they're all on the chopping block, baby. We don't pander to popular opinion. We might even get a little bit dirty.
Warning, this podcast may contain mature language and sexual content, and is for infotainment purposes only.
So join us. Have a good time.
Open up your ear holes, because we're going to fondle your follicles. That is true. I am Dan. 100% Dan.
I'm still Nick, folks. You can find our names right there next to us.
All over the screen. All on your screen.
Socials. Can't believe we made it here. Episode redacted.
57, we'll call it.
Ish, yeah.
Right
57.
There. Right around there.
I'm proud to be alive. Proud to be a part of this podcast. Just proud in general. I'm a proud papa, you know? And this podcast is a little bit like my baby learning to dribble food down his chin.
He's going to get there. He's going to swallow it. Whole.
Absolutely.
We're going to do a little homage tonight to another podcast. A brand new podcast. Page 69. Page 69 podcast.
Oh, what are their first names?
I don't know.
I
really don't know their name. If they had responded to me in the message I sent them, I would probably mention their first names. They are from Denver, and I did find it in a Reddit post that talked about how to get your podcast out of there. Apparently, they just made a poster. I think they paid somebody to do their art, and they slapped their poster art everywhere in the city.
That's interesting. Page 69 podcast. We got Ben and CJ. They're just best friends. Wow, this sounds like
strange.
Weird. They're best friends that open a random book to page 69 and they goof on it according to their terms. So an homage. I think that's a cool idea. I listened to an episode and change, and it sounded fun. You know, I would recommend them.
Yeah,
as long as they didn't recommend them above our podcast. It's just like
we're A,
below. It would be A2. Like if you could only listen to one, gun to your head, listen to us.
Yeah, just stay here.
If you could listen to more than one podcast with your life, go for it. Check these guys out. I think they're pretty funny. Pretty cool. Pretty cool chaps.
Yep.
So we were going to try our hand at just opening a book, but 69 and our number.
Yeah, take a look. It's in a book.
Wow.
Reading Rainbow. Are we allowed to say that? Is that copyright?
Yeah, I'm sure. Copyright laws wear off after like 80 years. We're almost there, right?
Yeah. We just need to wait for every cast member to die, and then we can claim.
And their families.
That's going to take a while. Hopefully we're still alive when we can do that.
Unless we speed up the process. Hey, everyone at home, know anyone related to someone who related to someone in Reading Rainbow?
Kill a rainbow.
Don't come back on us though. We're not responsible for any deaths herein or here out.
That's part of our disclaimer. We don't really mean
legally,
what we mean.
Legally, we can say whatever we want. You can kill whoever too.
So instead of page 69, we're going to do a little quicker than that. We're going to do episode 57, page 57.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Did you come up with that?
I think I did, actually. I'll take credit. He's getting pissed.
Sure.
I'll take credit for everything.
I take full credit, full responsibility, full everything.
So this is a Lisa Jackson book. I don't even know what kind of book she writes. It's called Malice. It has a nice picture of a child on the front. Looks like maybe they're...
Green-eyed baby.
Yeah, how old? Maybe like a 6 or 7?
That's an 8-year-old. That's an 8-year-old.
How can you tell? Is it the eyes?
Someone said there's a way. I think it was Mitch Hedberg. I'm not sure who it was, so hopefully I don't misquote him. But it's cool if you say, "Hey, I like kids. They're great. It's creepy if you say a specific age. Hey, I like 9-year-olds. And then you like pause. It's like, ooh.
Oh, that's
really? That's a little too much. So the kid looks 8-ish. I wouldn't know.
I think it's a she.
She? It's a he, maybe. Oh, it could be a she.
Green eyes.
That could be a full-grown woman now that you mention it.
No.
The bangs look? Yeah, the Jodie. I said Jodie Foster, but one of the other women with short hair who's older.
Maybe, but I would think it's a child. Yeah, so it's a Lisa Jackson book called Malice, and there's blood running down right in the middle.
That's Malice for you. If you're gonna name a book, aptly name it. That's aptly named, folks. Take notes.
Ooh, let's see here.
How many pages book we talking here?
Total pages 500. The end of a chapter.
So we're just getting into like the 10% range here, huh?
Shall we?
I think we shall.
All right, here we go. 57.
Okay.
This is the end of a chapter. It's the last page of it.
For the record, I'm a better reader, I think.
Would you like me to take a photo and you can do one of these pages? We'll just interrupt the podcast for a moment.
Can you mail me the book? We'll get back to them.
Do a page an episode. We'll just mail the book back and forth to each other.
I think that would be... Is there such an episode as like people who read a book but read it so slowly and painstakingly that they read one page a day? That's a great idea.
Or like an audiobook where it's a different person every page.
That would mess with you.
That would be so weird.
And it would be cool if they didn't read any of the previous pages. So like you have Liam Neeson come in blind and he's like, and there I was. Take back my wife. It's like, dude, it's take your wife to the dressing room. It's just page 52, dude. Relax.
Overly dramatic in parts, but underly dramatic in other parts.
Yeah.
And he stabbed her.
She was dead.
What? All right. Here comes the first sentence. But you can't commit to a child. I have a child. He was about to say more, but saw by the darkening of her eyes that he'd wounded her. Instead, he reached across the table to take her hand. This isn't just the time. Just isn't the time. She pulled her fingers from his, but it is for me, Benz. We got a character. Benz. Bentz. She said, her jaw jutting a bit. It's really now or never. So they're on the precipice of something.
Or somewhere.
Oh, yes. He considered giving in. After all, she'd make a wonderful mother. He knew that. And so what if he was so old he'd qualify for Social Security when the kid graduated from high school? People did it all the time. He slid his jaw to the side. I'll think about it. She grabbed her purse and pushed away from the table, then think fast. So that sounds like they're trying to have sex.
That's forbidden love. That's forbidden love.
That's
one party wants it, or one party's thinking about it, and the other one's like, maybe, but I'm older. Yeah. Ben's here. Sounds like he's not responsible. He sounds like a guy.
Yeah, financially oriented, Social Security. He's thinking about his age, who would make him what, 40s, early 40s. So probably has a family, I would say, or he's well into his career.
This is some hot honey who's like 26 coming at him, right?
I don't know.
Flirting hard, flirting heavy. Is that what it sounds like? I mean, I'm getting the impression she's younger, and that's why his age plays such an important role. Because if she was the exact same age, he would say, we're going to be in our Social Security. We can't do this. Not, I'm going to be.
Yeah, and he says he has a child, and then he hurts her, like, emotionally. So he says he was about to say more, but saw by the darkening of her eyes that he'd wounded her. Instead, he reached across the table to take her hand. So he was trying to, like, comfort her. She must be really wanting a child here.
She's wanting something.
I'll think about it. Then think fast. She backed away from the table. Okay.
That was a whole page?
That was half a page because it was the end of a chapter.
Oh, okay.
We're heading into chapter 5.
You realize this is page 58 now. This isn't page 57.
Yeah, there's nothing we can derive. I'm gonna read.
I could.
Maybe we skip ahead 100 pages and then see how close we were to what happens.
We'll never know.
Changing the rules here.
Change the rules.
Okay.
100 even? Or 157?
Every 100 pages? Do you want to do every 100 pages? Oh, should I skip ahead to... All right, that sounds good.
Yeah, 157. Give me 157. We got it.
Okay. His
I
roost
hope there's some really weird coincidences going on.
is
But
better.
yeah.
His roost on an old towel bar and soared out the broken window. Benz's knees nearly gave out. Jittery, he backed out of the room where feathers, dung, and pellets, the regurgitated, undigested pieces of animals the owl coughed up, littered the floor.
Oh, yeah.
So, okay. Then he thought of the back stairs. Damn. Nerves tight, he backtracked to the upper hallway and heard the sounds of fast breathing and quick steps down the first level. So he's...
That was the whole page?
No. I don't want to read the whole page.
Sorry.
I'm just giving you time to
That's
digest.
fine. We can stop right there. All right, so listen. Clearly an owl got in there, and clearly it ate everything in his apartment, and clearly it's shitting everywhere. What we've got here on page 157 is a shitting owl. That owl is on the loose and is shitting and bringing in dead animals. Yeah, and other animals parts. He's bringing in some mice, some squirrels.
What's the symbolism of an owl? It's up at night and it's always watching at night. So maybe he's got some guilt there.
Yes, maybe he's... No, I think there's really an owl in his house.
I mean, the writer is obviously saying that.
Right. You're right. What's her name again?
Lisa Jackson.
Police is clearly saying here that she wants a nocturnal person, like a watcher, to watch her and shit some small animal parts all over her body. Which I think is sexy, kind of. I mean, I don't know. Would you like anything like that ever?
Xhamster.com.
What if the hottest girl on earth?
She said, I want small animal bones all over me right now. And you're just like, what is the closest animal I could get to?
I could kill with my bare hands.
And I say, do you have any pets?
If the hottest girl ever tried to get you to do something really weird like that, like take a live animal and squish it against her body until it died, would you do it?
What if she said, like, I have animal blood in the fridge, I want it on me right now? And you're like,
oh, like it's in a Tupperware marked animal blood? I do that. That's a no problem.
That's
I'm not gonna question it. But if I have to kill the animal, it needs fresh blood. It had to be alive before it was killed on her body. And maybe she wants me to step on it while it's on her.
So she says, I like it better if it's hot. And then she's like, there's a cage out back.
Wait, can you imagine if you're like, I'll just microwave what's in the fridge? You just want to do that tonight? I mean, much easier.
So microwave or stovetop. I could put it in the oven. That might take a little while.
Animal guts.
Do you have a toaster oven? I like the convection. It really helps.
Well, convection on these animal parts.
All right. So he backtracked to the upper hallway and heard the sounds of fast breathing and quick steps down the first level. Flinging himself over the rail, he half stumbled down the stairs and cast his narrow light beam down the murky corridor. Empty. No one, dead or alive. His leg on fire, he hitched his way to the nearest exit and found himself in what had been the lobby of an old inn, the main entrance to the small mission. The air was stale and unused, except for the slight scent of Jennifer's perfume. For the love of God, what was this? He knew before he tried the front doors that they would be locked. He always try the front doors. Why would you? He also knew that he could wander around this old structure, search the chapel and wine cellars, the individual rooms and reception hall, and he wouldn't find her. She was gone. And he knew nothing more than he had when he'd left L.A. earlier that day. Perfect, I think, with a smile. I peer through the binoculars from a hiding spot in the upper story of an abandoned warehouse that reeks of must and oil. But the smells don't bother, and that's when the page ended. So I guess he's hiding in some old building trying to peep on Jennifer?
That's not the alarming part. The alarming part to me is that he just left LA, so they're not far from civilization. This isn't some far off mystical land of Narn where magic happens. It's like an hour drive from LA, wherever this is. And what's getting me is that he went down to the first floor and the smell of death was everywhere. Like, is everyone in this building dead? And like no one's moving? Like, an author creates something called a stillness by talking about all the things going on around. And apparently he's the only living, moving thing.
Empty, no one, dead or alive.
Yeah.
His leg on fire. I guess he hurt himself somehow. I don't know what.
Probably maybe jumping down, probably pervin on girls, probably playing whack-a-mole, and maybe he got caught in a door jam. I don't know.
You got a little excited?
Pervs. A little excited there, pervy perv.
Ooh, sharp glass.
Wait, do we even know his name? Is this Benz? We don't even know.
This is Benz, I think. Benz's knees
like
nearly gave out. Yeah, so yeah, Benz is still going around somewhere. 40-year-old-ish Benz.
Oh dear God.
Yeah.
He just mixed drink.
I'm curious why he's trying to hide in an abandoned warehouse with binoculars.
I've never mixed before,
sneaky.
And I got like.
Was he green in that drink of yours?
I mixed some things I shouldn't have mixed to see what would happen. Let me tell you, folks. I'll be dead by the end of the episode.
You probably will. Any comments on this?
The podcast would take off, by the way.
What about that? The drink? Special drinks of the week?
No, if I died.
Oh, if you died?
You think it would go viral?
Who would garner more views if they died? Was it you or me? Are you more integral?
I think it's equal. No, because it's not about
you could play
left.
it. You could play it up better than I would if you died.
Yeah, I think I would play you dying better, but the problem is I wouldn't know how to set up an episode without you.
Yeah, that's
I'd
true.
be like, I don't know how to. I'd just be streaming from home. Please, this is the Unpanders.
You're using a camcorder from 1994.
Somehow my technology went downhill. Oh, but my man Benz, he's in a world of strange stuff going on. He's chasing this woman because clearly he's not.
Is he chasing
being
her?
chased by her? I think so.
I don't know.
He's looking.
It seems like somebody's coming after her, but she was in the building.
Or just
Jennifer was in the building. I don't know. Yeah. Skip ahead another 100 pages.
One hunch. Do a hunch. I'm ready for another hunch.
Oh boy, here goes.
I feel like I'm ruining the book now.
It might be a spoiler. Lisa Jackson.
Spoiler alert,
Malice.
Lisa Jackson. Malice.
How about Thai Blossom on Broadway? It's not far. Good food, reasonable. I'll find it. What's up? I'll tell you when you get there. Haze hung up, and Benz was left with a bad feeling. It wasn't like Haze to be cryptic or curt. Something was definitely going on, and definitely not something good. Benz turned and, using his cane, headed to his car. He has a cane now because he hurt his leg. He was still suffering from his late-night swan dive and swim. His leg was definitely acting up, and he'd already downed double the dosage of ibuprofen this morning, washing the pills down with a large cup of coffee. So he's in pain. He's hurting from that warehouse owl thing. Of course, all this walking and trudging through sand hadn't helped. But he had wanted to explore the underbelly of the pier by daylight, hoping to find an escape method for the woman he might have used. A ladder, a rope, a catwalk. Unfortunately, when he'd hitched along the beach, he'd looked up and only seen the guts of the massive dock, pillars covered with creosote and tar. No means of escape. I'm going to stop right there. So he used a woman, so I guess he maybe had sex with somebody that was... I guess used could be like he killed them too. Tossed them over there. Maybe they're hurt? Was that the right reading?
More emotionally used, and he used them.
So that's what's an escape method for them?
Emotional escape, like get away from them, kind of. I don't always take literary people as literal.
Yeah, but he's.
I mean, he could have cut them in pieces. I have no idea.
But he had wanted to explore the underbelly of the pier by daylight, hoping to find an escape method the woman might have used.
Right. These women are running from something. I don't even know if it's him.
He's like being a detective here, trying to figure out a crime.
I'm guessing my man Benz is a detective. You know that old trope, like the detective with the injured arm, the detective with the half an eye that doesn't work. The detective is too old to do it, but he's going to do it anyway. Well, our man has a bum leg.
Was it
Marv?
Got
a bum leg
from Sin?
Yeah,
what's it? Sin City.
Sin City. Yeah.
He's like emotionally damaged and beefy, but he can't make love to the women because he cares about them too much.
A little bit,
but he does make love to them, but it's like an emotional, passionate love, not a animalistic love. Not like I'm used to.
It's pretty animalistic. Marv making love on you there? Actor making
me and Marv.
love on you?
You should see us.
Interesting.
Like two owls in the night regurgitating bones and blood.
That's sexy. That's
hot stuff.
What I will say is the funniest thing was I expected like an author can do anything. He created a fantasy world. Like your people can drink poison and spit lightning, and like they can find out their parents are gods and they're vampires, and they
And
can
their skin
fly
glitters.
across the map, and they can do whatever the hell they want, and they can trounce the name of God and destroy Earth. But this person created a guy who was worried that he took double the amount of ibuprofen.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
I was expecting a harder drug.
Laughed. I know, yeah, so did I. And then I washed it down with a nice big, and I was like, oh my god, he's drinking booze straight. And it was like coffee. Guy's too hardcore.
He's got to make sure he makes it to retirement age for that Social Security.
My man is downing ibuprofen double the dose with coffee. So he's what we call a weekday warrior.
Yeah.
I'm coining that phrase. It's someone who's hardcore, but not too hardcore. Let's not get crazy now.
Indeed.
So, shout out Bent.
He's broken. Not really.
Good guy. He's a good guy.
Just bent.
Well, he might be broken. We don't know.
By light of day, Santa Monica Bay was a different animal. The other night, the whole area around the pier had been eerie with the lights of the amusement park muted and fuzzy in the fog, but bright enough to reflect in the black waters. This morning, the pier wore an entirely different face. Yes, there was a carnival atmosphere, but it seemed far less sinister. Yet, amusement park bustled with noise and the shouts of delighted riders. There were lots of people walking, riding bikes, jogging, or window shopping on and around the beach. Men fished off the pier, people strolled on the beach, kids played in the sand, nothing menacing or dark. Almost as if he dreamed the hard situation. Okay, he's looking back on what really happened. He checked with the webcam people twice, and there was some hitch in locating the film. Just give me another day, the technician had told him. Vince wasn't sure if the holdup was about authorization or technical issues, but he was skeptical that he'd ever get access to the webcam records. Because he's not a real cop. Not part of the. That's not part of it.
I was like, thank you.
That's commentary.
Dan, you're one of my favorite two podcasters, but I feel like you wouldn't be very good at the whole reading a book for children. Well, this isn't a children's book.
Is my voice too dark and deep? I was trying to figure it out.
No, I was trying to.
Tell me what to improve for the last 100 pages.
No. Like, I'm a natural good reader, I feel like. Because I used to read for church. You know, you go up and it's like the first read according
I've done that before, yeah.
Gospel according to John, but except that early on I learned like the tricks. You go up there and every kid tries to rush, and I'll go up and be like, Gospel according to John. And you look at your audience.
Moment of pause.
And then you go back and you're like, he came upon them like a flash. And suddenly the angel appeared and said, woe unto you. Pause. Can you look at the audience?
Do you want me to add a little inflection to it? I do have
a little bit.
All right, I'll add to. I'll flourish it.
You don't have to right now. Was that the end of 157 or 257?
Yes, that was the end of 257.
Okay, cool. We finished it. Well, what's interesting is clearly Lisa, our favorite writer now, has turned the pier into a character. Earlier, we were looking up at the pier's guts. A little dark. Now the pier is wearing a different face. Okay, Lisa, a little heavy on the browbeating, but we get it. The pier is a character in and of itself. It represents human life and laughter and joy and the human condition before all of this started to happen. Whatever this is, I still have no goddamn idea.
Yeah, the darkness and the light, the happiness and the sorrow.
Yeah, what's going on here? I'm trying to figure out what's going on. And then you check the webcam again. So
he's trying to figure out
what happened to someone that was clearly being recorded on webcam, and like, we know where the girl is, you can't find her, and they made her disappear, I guess. Like some kind of
I don't know. You can't figure out. Maybe he was watching someone do something to somebody, and then by the time he got down there, he didn't find anything. They have no clues on the whereabouts.
Look at the evidence. Hackers, maybe? Oh my god.
I do have a side story though. There's a person in my office that's kind of like a manager type, and she talks in like no intonation whatsoever, completely flat. She'll talk for like a good section at a time. It's probably like maybe like paragraphs, I would call. But she'll like talk to an entire room of people, 20 people, and then she'll be like, right, Dan, what do you think about that? And like, I'll be like, I have no idea what you just said.
Caught you off guard because she didn't end the sentence. Really, she didn't bring it all together. She didn't wrap it up. She didn't do any of that fun stuff.
She also has no emphasis on anything. So it's like, the key points. There's probably like maybe like 20 key points, but like since she didn't say like this is the key point that I'm really making here, it's like
Is she autistic?
No.
Is she artistic?
Yes. She's. I don't know actually if she's artistic.
Me. If she's artistic, she may be trying to prove a point by doing an art piece, a think piece on life, as it were. I'm going to do the whole office. I'm going to do my whole career as a jack off. it's kind of dirty. Look at this art. I am a jack off, but I'm doing it for art. Several years went by. This genius artist acted like a true jack off for years.
It's like the very beginning of her career. She did something negative and then did something positive as a jack off, and she's like, "This is the way I need to play it." And then that's the character she became for the rest of her life.
Do you know? It's weird. I don't know why my brain went here. Andy, not Warhol. Andy, Man on the Moon. Harry plays him.
Andy Kaufman.
Thank you, Andy Kaufman. Like, I feel like that's his whole shtick. His life was a shtick. Like, he would play jokes on people after the cameras were rolling, and then after that, and then after that. So, like, it was just a running joke that never ended. And to have that level of commitment, I feel like it's not funny anymore. But maybe it is. I don't know.
He's lost in the world that he created, so he doesn't even know who he really is anymore.
But he has to keep going to play the greatest joke of all time. Almost.
Everyone loves him.
Yeah, like people. Well, no, like I feel like everyone hates him, but after he dies, or like in retrospect, like he was great, but really they hated him while he was alive.
Yeah,
like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, if somebody dies, you can't say, "Oh, I never really like that person."
He was a jack off. Yeah. I think these past 5 minutes are brought by the word jack off. Can we be sponsored by a word?
I hope somebody owns that word and has a business. But the business would probably be a service. So,
Jack Off Enterprises. You want to skip ahead to 357?
Sure. Are you ready for it?
I think so.
Ooh. Okay, here we go. Drag her into this. But he was glad she had come. Couldn't wait to see her, touch her. Changing it up a little bit. I have no idea why that's starting mid-sentence.
That's fine.
Yeah. Ben stood up and stretched, sick of the small, airless interrogation room. So typical. There was at least one in every precinct. Maybe he's a cop. An old cop. He's already retired.
Ex-cop.
A camera mounted high in the corner near the ceiling had recorded the entire conversation. Benz could have asked for a lawyer or kept his mouth shut. Maybe he's arrested. Maybe he's not a cop. But he had nothing to hide.
Maybe he did it.
He knew it. He sensed Haze knew it. His account of the events at Devil's Cauldron had been confirmed by Travis and his girlfriend. This was an exercise in futility, but one that ensured Haze didn't make any mistakes. He glanced at his reflection on the wall. God only knew who was standing behind the two-way mirror. Andrew Bledsoe and Riva Martinez were probably there.
Okay.
Name drop, okay. Waiting for Drew Bledsoe and Riva Martinez were probably there. Waiting for him to slip up and make a mistake. Maybe the DA was there, along with other detectives. Hell, maybe even Dawn Rankin was watching. A lot of names, like 3 full names in there.
You're going through the list.
Yeah. It was ridiculous, but Benz understood procedure. Maybe he's an ex-cop. Rake Rick Benz over the coals. Rick Benz. Prove that he's a good cop, gone bad. Someone insane enough to show up in Los Angeles and start killing people who had known his ex-wife. Even though he'd talked things through with Haze earlier, this was official, for the record. So he'd suffered through the questions about his marriage to Jennifer, her betrayal, the divorce, the fact that while they'd been living together a second time, trying to see if it would work, she'd cheated on him all over again. And around that time, the accident had taken her life. He understood that it was necessary to rehash this dark period in his life, though that hadn't made it any easier. Then Haze had segued to Jennifer the Ghost. Jennifer the Ghost. And Benz had recalled how he'd seen her in his hospital room back in Louisiana. How he determined that the woman haunting haunting, quote unquote, him was actually a real flesh and blood imposter. One heed. And that's when the page ends. So
I wanted that verb so bad, but that's fine.
that's the way it goes. That's how this podcast is.
Videotaped? Murdered?
Damn. I have no idea.
You do that to a ghost.
I mean, anything's possible in your mind, right?
I guess so. Didn't want to disrespect the audience, so I burped off camera there.
Oh, good. Good redirection away from that. He's just getting interrogated, and he knows everyone there, so...
Take away from here. Thinks he does. We don't know. These are probably people who used to work at the precinct.
He's just imagining them behind the glass, and there's no one there.
Well, here's an interesting thing. Here's an interesting thing that happens in books versus real life. In a book medium, you can do whatever you want. There's no limit. You can break down walls. You don't have the confines that film medium has. You can literally say whatever you want. What I find interesting is in real life, you say you're an ex-detective, you're in an interrogation room, you say, it's probably Sanchez back there. He always hated me. It's probably Rubio back there. He was a jerk-off. And then you're like, I wonder if Steve's back there. His first day. I remember Steve. I taught him to fish. Like, you know what I mean? You remember all these people from your thing. When in reality, it's like 3 different people that you've never met, and you wouldn't know. It's thanks for guessing, but you don't know these people. This is entirely random. In a book, usually the 19 to 38 characters the author creates end up playing into your story.
Yeah, they're defined exactly how they're supposed to play out, or they have like a twist to them.
There's no random weird stuff. They're going to keep coming back. Steve's going to keep coming back. Whoever's going to keep coming back. Like, because you don't want to create a whole new character because it feels weird. You're like, let's use Steve again.
Or you're completely wrong about a character. Like, you always hated them, but they turn out to be a good guy, and you figure out that, you know.
100%. But they cut down on introducing extemporaneous information.
True. Because it's all supposed to be symbolic in some way and build the story.
Right. It's even worse with movies. Like, why would you introduce like 8 new fake people who are just going to show up for one scene?
Yeah, you can pick apart a movie pretty easily.
My guess is a few of those people are behind the mirror glass. I don't know if all of them are, but ex-employees, I guess. And what's really crazy is, so he was married to Jennifer?
It sounds like he had a wife, and then he had some mistress that he remarried to, and then she died randomly? Randomly, quote unquote.
He's pretty confident. I mean, he keeps saying they're taping it. I don't care. I have nothing to hide. Here's my question: do you believe Benz with a Z?
It's all from his perspective. It's hard to say that.
Could be a lie. Yeah. Could be wrong. Could be a killer.
Sometimes when you kill somebody, you make it so that it's everything's okay in your mind.
I guess.
Never happened.
Lisa doesn't strike me as this kind of author. I think he's innocent. Going by Lisa here.
So we're going to have a final page here that might tell us the story or not. All the way to 457.
Let's do it. I think I'm ready.
All right, here we go.
The pier comes back and the pier is undressed.
Oh, he's, okay. Begins at the end of the sentence. Record. Oh, yeah, I got it now. I got it. Back in the interrogation room, Martinez was playing the good cop. Nice of you to help her out when she's low on cash and everything, she said. Riva Martinez is a woman. Sounds like you're a good friend, but did you know that Jada has been linked to several murders? Jada Pink. I don't know who that is. Unbroken.
We don't know.
So only Fernando shook his head. Fernando, all these new people that we didn't know in the past 100 pages. The past 4 pages, sorry. Did you help her kill some of these people? Martinez asked. Her dark eyes softened. Maybe you didn't realize it. Maybe you just gave her a ride somewhere, not knowing what she was doing.
They're trying to play him.
Yeah, the good cop. He was saying the good cop. This isn't the good cop. As far as you know, you're just helping out a friend. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't kill anybody. Finally,
I didn't kill anyone. I want my goddamn lawyer.
Come on, Fernando. Hayes nudged. We've got your fingerprints now. So maybe this is Fernando's perspective. A new guy. I can't tell. Maybe his name really is Fernando. Benz all along.
Oh, that's his first name? Oh, we don't know.
No, it's I thought it was Rick Benz.
Oh, was it? No,
yeah.
You're right.
The kid had tightened up earlier when Hayes printed him. I'm sure they'll match up with the prints found in the Impala. Maybe even with prints found at some of the crime scenes. No. I swear, Fernando turned his body away from them, refolding his arms across his chest. I didn't do anything wrong. So maybe Benz fingered Fernando.
I hope he did.
Yeah.
Welcome to 2018, folks.
Yeah, anything's possible. No one is saying you did, Fernando, Martinez said in soothing voice. Your sister, your professors, everyone says you're a good kid. Good call. That's why that's why I was thinking you might help us. We need help. We need help finding someone. A woman named Olivia Benz. Blonde hair, dark eyes. Did you ever meet her, Fernando? How'd you like that one? I got a little stumble on that one. There's a small paragraph left. Sorry.
No, I don't want it.
You
go to the last page. I want to ruin the book for someone.
You want me to flip ahead?
Yeah, I want you to go to the last page.
Oh, yeah, it's a crime novel, apparently. There's only a paragraph on the last page.
Good.
A very small amount.
Ruin it.
Yeah.
Everyone, turn up your
Fernando did it, guys.
stereos. I hope maybe someone in your house is in the middle of reading this. Play it near them. I'm going to ruin it. We're going to ruin it.
There we go.
We're going to say, is that Lisa's book? I forgot her last name already again.
I'm on page 600.
Malice?
Yeah, it's 504 pages, and this is the last page. So if you're somewhere around the 400 page mark.
Ooh, yeah. Come on.
Over the steady beat of rain, Jules heard the distinct sound of an engine sputtering to life. Hell. There's only one sentence left. She was already running in the direction of the woman. He had pointed as the engine caught and roared with the sound of acceleration.
God damn it, read that better. Last sentence, just the last sentence.
Hell, she was already running in the direction the woman had pointed as the engine caught and roared with the sound of acceleration.
Hell yeah, dude, look. This is called the, it's still going. I'm still running. Catch 22 ends. Catch 22, do you know how it ends?
I forget how Catch 22 ends.
The woman with the knife appears again and swings at him. Yossarian dives, jumps out of the way, and starts running.
And it just fades to movement, action off screen.
Right. I love that. That means it's still going on, this story, whatever it is.
Yeah, but that was a she. She was running, not he.
Maybe Jennifer's still alive. Maybe, remember they said someone like her, an imposter. Maybe the imposter is a real person trying to live her own life, man. Let her live.
It was Benz the whole time.
Maybe Benz
is a woman
trans.
now.
Yeah, we both.
That would be because he was wondering what happened to the woman. Maybe at night he's like a werewolf of the trans. He became a female at night.
He's a trans wolf.
Huh.
He gets hairy, but it's opposite. He gets hairy and scratches his belly in the daytime like a man, but at night
becomes sexy.
He's a woman.
Incredibly sexy. Maybe that scene in the beginning where she reached out to touch his hand, it was just his hand transforming as he touched his other man hand. He's like,
it could be. It could be. It's beautiful. We should ruin some more books for people. Anyway, that's the end of the book, folks.
Yeah.
If you were reading this your whole life and you're reading a page a day and you're reading it to your kids, we ruined it. I'm not ashamed.
Now, how do you feel missing that book? I think it was played out pretty obvious. I mean, from page 57 to maybe 457, it
was obvious.
Yeah.
She gave a lot of tells. Lisa, good writer, not the best in the world. Take it from us, a couple of
pros,
amateur podcasters
yeah,
who've never written anything that got published. Wrong. I was published in a poem book, lady. Okay.
So was
poem anthology, 2007. You made it?
Oh no, I was like 19 something, 90.
19. Where the hell are you from, dude?
You pay money to be in a book when you're in grade school. Makes people feel good, like parents, grandparents.
Can I find your poem?
You probably can. I don't know if you could.
I want to read it with a little more pizzazz than you read some of the last couple pages. I'm a little upset.
Sorry, did I bore you with the speech?
No, but there is no way to find it.
I have no idea. You could search Dan with.
I could, but nah, I don't think I could find your poem. Jesus. Do you remember the name of your poem?
I think it was called Black. I'm kind of curious now.
I'll just look for it. I'm gonna look for something. Sorry if I'm looking like I'm ducking off screen. It's because I have to go around the mic.
I forget what the name of the book was that they put it in when you're in grade school. I feel like maybe they made a fake book to make money off of grade schoolers.
I think it's a real book. They still make money off them.
I don't even know what to search. I don't even know that that would ever be in searchable format. Like now it'd be all over the place, so no, I don't think you're gonna find it.
No, I was looking for one of my poems.
Well, yeah,
Let's just turn this into a poem podcast.
You're trying to read it better. You're full of competition, though. That's the thing. You're trying to outcompete me trying to read it.
I know, you're right. No, I'm not. No, I'm over that.
I don't think you are. I think you just buried it deep inside.
I'm going to bring it back.
With your limp and double the dosage of ibuprofen. Down it with a cup of coffee. A real
just confused me.
Weekday warrior.
I was just curious. Where the hell?
Wait, 2007 would put you in college, right? So you were...
Yeah, you're right. Never mind. Oh, Jesus, 2004.
So you were in high school?
You're old, folks.
Wait,
yeah,
no,
I guess
just
so.
Beginning of college?
I think it might have been grade school. I stopped looking for it. The people don't deserve this. The people at home watching.
We didn't pay to have it on the internet back then because it didn't exist.
I think the book existed, though, didn't it?
Is it supposed to tell you when it was printed? Or when it was... I don't know. This looks like kind of new-ish. Well, thank you, Lisa Jackson. Yeah, we don't really have much to say about your book, Malice. I don't know if we'll read another one of yours. Not as crazy as...
That's not nice. Jesus. I mean, I didn't think it has judgment on her. I mean, maybe great books.
Maybe, I only read 5 pages of it, so...
You could have read the worst 5 pages. What are the probability of that?
Yeah. The best page was probably what? The one where he was in the warehouse?
The second one.
Yeah, with the owl?
Shitting the guts everywhere. That was amazing.
Yeah. Let's have more pages like that, Lisa. Crazy animals and heart beating or racing, backing down a hallway. Or
what if the rest of her book was like that? Like people and animals just shitting other animals and people. That'd be nuts. You'd say shout out. All right. Do you ever read any really good books? Do you have a favorite book? I don't even know.
Ooh, I don't know that I...
Just curious. I got Catch-22. It's my favorite book of all time.
It's a pretty good book. I like
I can read it.
Crime and Punishment? Raskolnikov or whatever.
Yeah, no, Dostoevsky.
Yeah, that's the writer is Dostoevsky.
Oh yeah. Okay, Raskolnikov. Yeah,
Raskolnikov was the... I can't say his name because it's so freaking long. But the way he gets paranoid and like runs around and it's like hiding in different places and just like you could feel how crazy that guy is throughout the entire book.
It did. Dostoevsky. Thank you. He did play it right with the way it's written. I'd go further, but I didn't finish the book. I read the beginning for school.
That was one of the longer ones.
Crime and Punishment. Good one, folks. Pick it up if it's at your local Pep Boys or wherever you guys go.
Yeah, I don't know what exists anymore.
Where does everyone at home go?
Sports
Where do you people go?
Toys R Us.
You guys go to Dick's?
Make sure you go someplace that doesn't exist anymore.
Pep Boys is real still, right?
Maybe. I think so.
AutoZone's better, but no big deal.
You want to talk about some other subjects?
I did. Here's a real question for you. So, let's say you could be alive in 1891. Don't know what the hell was going on at that point.
Okay.
So you could be alive then, and without a doubt, you will become one of the more successful, rich, famous, incredible thinkers of the time. No, just you will. It has nothing to do with your knowledge now.
Okay.
You're alive back then. You will be successful. Do whatever you want. You kind of have more money than most people. You will make it big.
I'm going to say I'm Nikola Tesla because he died in 1891. Shit.
Wait, that's that year? That's crazy that you got that.
Oh wait, no, citizenship. He lived until 1943. Never mind.
Oh, cool. Then that was perfect for you.
Okay, good. I become an American that year.
Afraid for his life. Your life right now.
Why? I wouldn't want to go back in time. That seems like it's a shittier version of life.
So,
what would I do?
So hold on.
I would own computers. My entire life right now.
What's your goal in life, though?
To become a computer.
I was going to become successful and like make money for family and like
upload my consciousness before I die so I can live on.
So would you rather be alive like 200 years from now?
Yeah, as long as the world's still alive. I don't want the world to...
No. Let's say the world's still alive. I have no clue what condition it's in, but it's still around and technology has advanced. It hasn't gone backwards for whatever reason. Stone Age scenario, whatever.
Why would you want to go backwards? I guess is the real question.
Why would you want to go forwards, though?
Because you get to see all the technologies.
But so is that the point of life? Is seeing what new technology comes
stuff
out?
But you could read about cool stuff now. You could figure out what was cool back then and just be like, yeah,
you can invent cool things. So hold on, we're getting into a key element of what makes you you, which is, I thought it interesting, and I knew this question would play that way. So would you rather be alive and successful in 200 years or alive and maybe successful in 500 years, assuming the Earth does well and everything keeps going on the current curve it's going?
500 years in the future.
God damn, he loves technology, folks. He just wants to see the newest bots you can have sex with. He wants the newest.
Yeah, the sex robots are right around the corner.
Oh man!
But what if you have like $1 billion in the past? What does that buy you?
What does it buy you right now? Do you want $1 billion right now?
Sure.
Hell yeah!
You got $1 billion?
I no, but if I had it, would you want it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, why not?
Hell yeah! But in 400 years, if I ask you what it buys you, what does it buy you?
I mean, maybe less, but more of what's crazy.
No, you're giving it a value amount. What's the point of life? Is almost my question.
To have fun.
It's so deep.
Enjoy yourself.
Well, would you have fun with $1 billion back in 1891?
I don't think as much. I think you couldn't have as much fun. I mean, you wouldn't be caught on any of your lies because you had so much money and no one could catch you on film. No one could catch you doing anything ridiculous. So you could be completely anonymous
back then.
Yeah.
You could bamboozle the people. You could probably bamboozle the government back then. Let's be honest.
So I think of it as more of like technological in the future and probably carnal in the past. If you went crazy sexual with it, you could do anything kinky whatsoever. I mean, I'm not going to say what I'm going to do back then, but I'd rather go in the forward thinking method, technological.
Sex with robots.
Yeah.
It's robots in the past.
Just got to wipe their memory.
It's not the only thing you're wiping clean.
Because you got to reuse it. I don't have enough for two.
Anyway, that's fine. I just wanted to know.
Okay.
What if you could be alive as a poor, a piece of garbage, white trash from Northeast Philly in 1,000 years from now?
I'm kind of curious what technology they would have. Like you probably,
I know you
would have a phone right now, which would never exist back then. Right. So
I don't know. This is great. So what's in 1,000 years? Who the hell knows what you'll have in your pocket?
The government just gives free sex robots to everybody.
They might.
It's a necessary thing. It will calm the uprising that may happen if they're not constantly...
someone lower class right now probably has a super smartphone, right? That can do more than a computer could do 20 years ago, right?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Free smartphone.
I'm agreeing with you, so would you want to be alive in 1,000 years?
Definitely.
When does it end with you? I can't wait till I'm dead.
Oh, boy.
There's that peace and quiet you don't get anywhere else. There's no need to improve. There's no need to get better. There's no need to finish a project. There's no need to do anything. I mean, this is sad if someone's looking at this after I die. I don't want to die. It's more of a joke.
So I asked you before with your headphones, you create a cone of solitude around
I don't get to use it.
Yeah, I know, exactly. You get interrupted. Someone pokes through your bubble of peace, and then you're broken. You want to talk about the logo?
Please do.
So I was starting to make new logos. I'll say paint.net is a good program. It's in between Paint and Photoshop. Somewhere in the middle. It's good to use. Don't use GIMP because that's a piece of shit. And
wow, Linux based their whole system on GIMP. Are you saying Linux is garbage for all our users, listeners at home?
I don't like it at all.
Linux is trash.
You're gonna have upheaval. So I created a new logo. What you tell me what, because you know what the idea for the logo was. You can talk about the idea.
Okay, which do you want to start with?
The gold.
We wanted to get the gold brick on a toilet bowl.
Is
that what you wanted to get into?
Yeah.
That's what we want to talk about. So here at the Unpanders, we're trying to make ourselves more professional. We're trying to be more to do. We're trying to give you people. I don't know if that's thought provoking, but I see what you're saying. You want to make. We want a different symbol. We want to grow. We want to move forward.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm. We like our current symbol. We love it.
It's just text.
Everyone on Reddit says like, "Hey, you guys should have a better one. Hey, here's what I do. Hey, if you pay a few $100 to a graphic designer. Hey, if you do this. Hey, if you. By the way, people will only pay attention if you have something witty and this. Hey, by the way, that looks amateurish. Hey, by the way, not to be rude, but." And these are all the things you get from Reddit, and it's useful because you can always improve. I 100% agree with it.
Yeah.
When those folks, those Redditors, it seems like all they want to do is shit on things.
Yeah, and then this one, you would think they would make a joke out of it. I created. You didn't even get to the idea of it.
Sorry. So we wanted to make something like a gold bar. Oh, that's interesting. On a toilet bowl. Ooh, that's wild because it's almost like you shit gold, or you turn shit into gold. Or you sift through all the bullshit of life, and you get these gold nuggets.
Gold nuggets, delicious.
Gold friggin' nuggets. They're not delicious.
I know, don't eat them.
We have to clean them. We have to clean them. Either way, there's a lot going on. Also, shit and bricks came up to mind. If you think of a gold brick on a toilet bowl.
Yeah.
Another man's
some weight to
bullshit. Garbage is another man's treasure.
Yeah.
Right?
There's a lot of symbolism there, I think.
There's a lot.
And
I think it's a little vulgar, probably for the average. Like if someone just sees, oh, that's a gold brick on a toilet.
Yeah. Is your podcast about toilets? Someone asked me, and I was like, it's a little too simplified.
Is your podcast about the proper flush capacity? 3 liters per flush is a standard.
How much could you describe a toilet? Honestly, it's like
3 liters per flush, man.
The curvature is 3.2 radians per second, and it contours my ass cheeks perfectly. Like, wow, that's even like that's the most I could talk about a toilet. I don't know how
you know about toilets. You're in luck, folks.
Yeah,
you're in luck.
Yeah. So the image is actually a toilet bowl with a gold bar right on top, and some people thought it was a
great image.
Yeah, it's just a sketch. But it was laid on.
This is very clip art.
Yeah, I don't know how you make a logo that doesn't look like clip art. It's not like it's like a Renaissance painting. It's not going to be realistic,
right, it has
lifelike.
Really small. It's you gotta have the square ratio, the old 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, whatever the ratio is.
1 to 1.
1 to 1. Thank you.
Yeah.
You always simplify my ideas, Dan. There you go.
Yeah.
But I don't know what it should be. I don't know where we should go.
Yeah, most of the people said you want to go ahead and pay somebody to do it for you because and this is my takeaway, is that there's no way you're ever going to make it fucking look beautiful like a real professional will.
We looked at some professional ones too. They're not amazing. They're not
nothing. They're within.
The best one is the one that is like a simple logo or a simple streamlined thing or like a shape.
Like that's what that is, and this is the twist. It's like a 1-2, like gold bar on a toilet. I thought was pretty simple, but no one seemed to get it.
It's a little clip arty, and the toilet was weird looking.
That's an actual toilet from the internet.
From the internet.
It's not clip art. I sketched it's right over top. I overlaid it. What was weird about it, Nick? Tell me about. You're not going to talk about it?
It was amateurish. Oh, wait, what was weird about it? What did I say? Do you have my exact line against me, or are you going to like feel like now you're gonna be like, well, you texted me.
You're one of the commenters in the. You should pay for this.
Yeah. You should get pay for a real logo, douchebag. Wait a minute, that's Nick.
Yeah, I guess the sad part of it is that all these people suggest that you shouldn't do it yourself, that you should hire a professional. You should pay money and not try.
They probably say that about the sound and the podcast itself, though.
They probably do. But I think in life, you should probably build on your skills. And, like, your skills might suck now, but in a year, they might be better. And in another year, you have no idea where they would be. Not one person says, like, I would like to see, like, a different iteration or a different idea. Or, like, I don't see where you're going with this. And then, like, they don't come back and say, well, why didn't you do this?
There's no constructive criticism. It's just criticism, not constructive.
Yeah. Or maybe they own some of these sites that, like, go to this site, go to that site. And they're, like, trying to just push it.
I would ask any of them, did Steve Jobs ever say, can someone else invent an iPhone for me? Like, no one ever says that, do they? Do they? Redditors?
Yeah. Bill Gates, can you program this for me?
Yeah. Is there a better Windows you can make? Windows 10 will be out.
Can you just pay somebody to do this?
In 5 years. You're right. You're also wrong, but you're right.
Yeah. So I'm going to change up the logo a little bit, but I'll leave that for another episode. But probably not the toilet, because I think the toilet people get caught on the toilet because they're too personal. They're too intimate with the toilet. they have an image already in their head of what they already flushed. They're not thinking about the gold bar.
It's not gold, folks.
Yeah.
Holy smoke.
What else you got? Got some hit points?
I don't know. I did recently. I haven't been sleeping too well. That's why I may look a little sleepy to you guys.
Oh yeah.
Recently, Mitel. It's a company, you gotta look them up. They make these poker chips.
The sexy poker chip.
Right. I'm not.
Hold it up. I want to see the cards on it. That's the other side.
Sorry. So they make real life poker chips. They're designed to feel like real life poker chips. They're weighted. They have a coating on them. I got like a whole pack. They say Las Vegas on it to make you feel fancy. I got the Vegas ones. I'm addicted to the sound. It's also weird.
Click, yeah.
I know, right? Don't you love it? It's gonna sound bad, but I'm also addicted to online poker now, and I haven't slept in a couple days. I've been gambling a lot. Now, people say you have to win before you lose, and you have to lose before you win. So I won a couple rounds at first, but now I've been losing money, and I put my kids' money for college into it, and it's not a big deal. But I think MyTech makes great chips, but I'm not even going to blame them. It's not their fault. But I'm really worried that my kid won't be able to go to college now. I've been playing nonstop. I'm in like 4 games. I've been playing right now. I don't know if you see me clicking while I'm playing. I have to draw a hand right now. Okay. The rush when you win is nothing like anything I could ever explain. But the rush when you lose, I don't know how to explain it. But MyTech probably owes me close to $40,000. It's not a big deal. The podcast will probably take off. We'll probably be fine. These chips are beautiful. They feel really like weighted. They feel like you're really playing with chips. It's like a lot of fun. It gets you into gambling. But I'm serious. My credit cards are maxed. I haven't told her yet. I'm really worried. But my kid, he'll probably be fine. It doesn't. Some people say college isn't even important anymore. But the other problem is we're gonna. Fucking Christ! Why would you play that on the fucking flop? Why would you play that on the flop? People don't know how to gamble all the time. Sometimes people go all in when they shouldn't go all in, and sometimes people don't go in when they don't go in. And you try and call a bluff. You should know how to fucking play the game before you call a bluff. It's not a big deal. It's just a game. You gotta call some games. You gotta play different. Some games you gotta really be into it. But MyTech makes a great chip. They make one of the best chips in the industry. They are leading. The chip feels real. It feels real. You can feel your kid's college. You can feel his high school. You can feel a lot of things. Divorce. I gotta look up some divorce lawyers. Anyway, I would suggest the MyTech chip for anyone who's a rookie. You can get there if you're a pro. You can get there whoever the hell you are. I don't care. Just go there. Just go there today. Go there today. And I need my money back. It's bullshit that you should let an online game. You don't even know who's dealing in an online game. No one knows anything about an online game. It could be Jesus fucking Christ dealing to me. Anyway, Mind Hack Chips. Check them out. They're great. And they actually come with a bonus pack, and it comes with dice. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Welcome back to the podcast.
Thank you. What were you saying?
Parental debt does not transfer to children. Congratulations. Your son can start at 0.
Well, the house holds all the keys, so the flop is the most important part. But anyway, I digress.
Also, you know that 33 is a Masonic number?
Did you? No offense, they're all Masonic numbers, dude.
Yeah. No, it's like the Masons, the Freemasons. They worship the number 33 because a lot of stuff happened at 33. Inventors like turn the corner at 33.
You lost all your money at 33? What, like what?
And Jesus would deal in you chips. Jesus died at 33. Aww.
So is this like the 21 Club? Wait, what's the Kurt Cobain, Jimi Hendrix, like Janis Joplin, everybody who died?
Huh? They all died at the same age because they realized.
Yeah, but it wasn't 33.
Let me look this up.
I thought you would have known. Thanks.
Hendrix died when he was that young?
Something like that. It might be 23, 26.
Apparently, if you search for
27 Club. There you go. I got some members for you, Ray.
Sure, hit it.
No clue who some of these people are. Let's start with some cool people.
Definitely Hendrix.
Oh, damn. Oh, I thought that was someone else. Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, Jim Morrison, Linda Jones, Leslie Harvey, Dave Alexander, don't know you, Cecilia? Don't know you. Thanks for playing. Chris Austin, Zapata, Kurt Cobain, Stretch, Fat Pat, Freaky Ta. God bless them all.
Mm-hmm. Amy Winehouse, recent.
Amy Winehouse, yeah. They're Davenport. Wow, Kim Jong-hyun? Dude, better known anonymously as Jong-yun. Oh, man. Frank Santana. Sucks, dude. We lost some of them too early. But anyway, the 27 Club.
Yeah.
Popular musicians who die at 27. There's a statistical spike for death at this age, but has recently been fairly disproved by research. It's still a cultural meme, and I will still believe it, even though I just read that stat.
I guess you could believe that at 27 you're either starting a family or ending your life.
I mean, think about it. Imagine Hendrix with like 2 kids. He always cried and complained. Like, no, man. Nope.
He would have kept living. So Masonic number 33.
Oh, I'm sorry, 33. So what do we do at 33 that's so cool, so important?
They say like most of the inventors, they create something magical at 33.
By 33?
Like a new podcast.
Or at 33.
At 33.
Cool. So we got some time. Yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
The days are waning. I will tell you that. We don't want to hit 34 because that's the bad year. That's the second 27.
Real quick, I hate to do an aside on a podcast. I hate to pick up my phone. I know it's a no-no, but Dildan texted me.
Oh yeah, was he watching for a moment?
Tonight's episode. I thought he was watching because he's a big fan of the podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's one of our biggest fans.
He's a little excited.
Love him to death. Loves us, man. He's cool. He wrote "fart night?" Question mark? Like, no, we just went live. Why would you text me that, Dildan? And it occurred to me that maybe he's not our biggest fan, and maybe, I mean, you know who your friends are.
Yeah, he's a little egocentric. I understand that.
Have you ever deleted a phone number live on a podcast? I'll delete it. I'll delete his goddamn number right now. Check this out. Delete this. No, not comment. Hey, delete a person.
I don't think you can.
We'll do it right here. Hey, Dildan, pay attention. Trash can. No, that's just a conversation. I got you, Dildan. All right.
Too
No,
bad you
that's his
know his number
picture.
by heart.
I don't know. He changed his number, I think.
Huh.
Delete. Delete this contact. Grade school friend only. Dan will be removed from Google Contacts and all your synced devices. Delete.
It deletes all your sync devices.
Yeah, check that out.
There should be like a remove from life button. You like he cannot contact you ever again. We'll block him on every service there is available.
I did it.
You're gonna cry a little bit. I know you're gonna.
No, I think he's just gonna text me later and I'll add it back.
Yeah, I know.
It actually was still loading. That's crazy.
Your phone crashes. Can't allow it.
It's like you can't live without him. Anyway, I'm over him.
The AI in your phone is like, no, Dan. Dan, you know when survive.
we played Fortnite? That was the best memory of his life.
How old is he? Is he 27 right now?
Oh, he's in the club we were just talking about, Mason Club.
Huh.
And I think you know what he's gonna invent? The fart mask, something where you fart and you can smell it. Probably something he would make.
it keeps the scents nice, tight, and close.
Keeps the fart around here. Big fart fan. Man loves farts. One time he asked me to mail him a fart. Do you know he's actually been?
How do you store that? In a mason
jar?
I
have no idea. I think he was joking, except I went on his Twitter. You can check it out at whatever it's called, Dildan. I don't know, whatever. You can look it up. He was recently blocked from a bunch of celebrities because he would post to their site and be like, "Can you mail me a fart?" And I thought that was weird. He did it to me first, but now he's doing it to celebrities. I thought it was like, I'm going to see all these hot girls, you know, whatever. Like, who's he sending this to? Liam Hemsworth, and then Joe Pesci. He sent it to Danny DeVito. I thought that was weird, but he wants them to mail him a fart. And I'm not here to judge. I don't care what you do, but really? And then he got blocked. Then he got a cease and desist letter from someone.
Do you ever go to his house? You check out his closet. He always accidentally falls onto his vials of farts. Oh my! There's so many vials everywhere.
Like, you know, like scientists have glass vials everywhere filled with liquids. He has glass vials everywhere, but they're empty with a cork on the top. And I'm like, what's in this? What's in this? What's in this? He's like, don't touch those! Don't touch those! So, I mean, shout out. He's doing what he's doing, and I respect that.
Yeah, those will be worth something someday.
I don't know that they will. Don't know. Especially if they're uncorroborated. Is that uncorroborated?
Was it Providence? I have Providence on this fart. And it's like, pops it open. An auditor's like, just need a little. Oh, that's a Joe Pesci if I ever smelled it.
Cork it. This must have been in 73.
Yeah.
Oh, you noticed. Oh, yeah. He was doing a diet for a movie. Strictly meat. That's the meat fart era. Oh boy,
man.
Anyway, shout out. Thanks for listening, Dylan. Or actually, thanks for not listening. And ironically, he wrote Fart Night. That's so weird. It came full circle.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm not playing tonight. Doing a podcast. You're a big fan. You'd know that, but you've been deleted from my life. Moving on. Anything new with you? We can wrap up here. Anything you want to bring full circle here?
I do a couple things. So you're saying you weren't sleeping really well? So on Saturday night, I was trying to sleep, and at like 1 a.m., there was really loud music that had been playing for like 3 hours. It was Mexican music, and it was like the same song over and over again.
Marionetta,
and then like almost like a horn song. But I was like at 12:30, I had enough. I was like, I got to tell my neighbor to cut it off. I walked outside, and it was none of my neighbors. I walked down the street, and it was nobody in that vicinity. It was down the block, probably another like half mile. Someone had played music that loudly so that I was woken up for it. And I guess everyone in the neighborhood must have been woken up for it. By the time I had stopped giving up the chase, there were cops just like driving in that direction trying to find out who it was.
Wait, seriously? Like that far?
It was, yeah. I've never had loud music be in like an entire neighborhood before. It was absurd. How do you even? And it wasn't even
Is
like.
it your neighborhood?
Yeah, yeah.
That's a pretty big neighborhood. You sure it wasn't a quarter mile?
That's pretty big.
Cut your distance in half.
I trust that it was at least down the street, and the street is probably at least a quarter mile away. It's a long mile.
Okay, that's fair.
And also, like the volume kept going up and down, so I was like, maybe the people are like knocking on the door saying like, can you turn down the music? And then like it woke me up when they kept like dialing back up.
Turn it down.
And I was like, so that messed me up.
Whoa, it's got that shiver.
Yeah, that was my gripe. My gripe of the week.
Oh. Ooh. Big news, folks at home.
Yes.
Tune in your speakers. You ready?
I think we're all ready.
I'm a Bridget Main, and I'm really freaking good.
A what?
I'm a Bridget Main.
I don't know what a Bridget Main is.
Where are you from, dude? Like, you would be a Hanzo main. You know what I'm saying? Yo, we got a Hanzo main over here.
Hattori Hanzo?
So if you play Overwatch, which clearly you don't, your main is who you are in most games. Like, it's like who you default to. Like, oh, this is my main. I'm a Mercy main. Who's a Mercy main? Excuse me. Sorry, that's a joke. A little joke. You'll figure it out. Anyway, like you say, like I'm a Pharaoh main, or my son is a Diva main.
You worried about that?
I am. He's not even 4 and he has a main. So what are you gonna do? I totally put him in training, not real games, so he has no idea. I can leave him alone for like 15-20 minutes.
How long does it take until they actually get video games and you can play with them and be not upset by what they do?
Depends on the kid, I guess.
Are you hoping that happens in the next year or so, where he's actually decent?
It's already happening where he can play. He's so bad though. I guess you're right.
He's still no.
I want to be like, move, get out of my way. Anyway, there's a new character. Her name's Bridget, and she has a shield and a mace. It's like a melee weapon. Usually, I don't do that kind of thing, but I've been her for like the past whatever this week is, like half a week. I don't know, and I've been killing it. I feel like she's too powerful because of the way I use her.
OP, overpowered.
I don't know, because they're nerfing 2 other classes. I think Doomfist and someone else this week or next week or something. But it wasn't her, and I was like, cool, all right. Like, she has a shield, like the mace. Use people with the long reach mace, and then like I bash them with the shield, and I'm just destroying people. And I'm usually okay at the game, but now I'm like, every match I play, I win because I can keep the other team at bay. Like, I can keep like 3 people at bay with a fight, like with my shield and like whipping and like going crazy and bashing and all going nuts. And they're like Roadhog and it's like Pharaoh and whoever, and they're coming at me, and I'm like, I'm having so much fun. I haven't had fun playing that game in a while. So
you're making me miss out. Feel like I'm missing out.
What if it turns and I hate the game in like a week? You know what I mean?
That's why I wait. I always wait 2 weeks because that's when you give up interest.
Yeah, but I bought it like a year and a half ago.
Oh, then you never had interest, so I don't need to buy it.
No, but I love it right now, and I can't stop playing it.
Where are those poker chips you dropped earlier?
Poker chip. Anyway, so that's my my confession. I'm a Bridget main.
I was picturing like a lion's mane, just with like some kind of Bridget-esque feel to it.
Bridget main.
And like long, luscious hair.
This is so weird. I gotta figure out who you are. If you play it at all, if you get going in it, you're going to be a Soldier 76 main? No, that's terrible. I won't say that about you. You are can't get a read on you. I almost feel like you're like a Symmetra main, or like a oh, what's going on there? Is that a Zelda?
Yeah, it is.
On top of me. Jesus Christ.
You don't know. Maybe I can't be figured out. I'm not an easy peg.
Yeah,
Multifaceted individual here.
I honestly don't know who you would main. It's on the tip of my tongue. I know if you do it, I'm gonna know it. You're not. See, this is the thing about Dan. If he plays a game, he's not gonna be a supporting class because that's a Joker's move.
Yeah, that you can never be a whirlwind
supporting
of force.
Or a healer. No, a healer.
No, that's a joke.
I also don't think you'd be a tank. I think you like a bullet shield
like the speed.
is not your thing. It's like
quickness.
So there's attacking classes. Ninja's too hard to use. I don't think he'd be Genji. Hanzo's weird because he has a bow and arrow. I feel like he might be a Hanzo, but I don't know. That's good. I want you to buy the game just to figure out who your main is.
I might jump in. Let's see.
I really have no clue how much it costs. If it's like 20, 30 bucks, go for it. If it's like 50, 60.
Yeah, if I ever play the game, I will let them know what main I am and
then send the game back.
Yeah. Yeah,
because I full refund.
Save my
I just wanted to know
money.
what main I was. Thank you. Incredibly. Weird. Okay. So I think I figured you out.
Did I ever tell you that I was heavy into Poker Stars, the online gambling in college?
Were you for real? Yo, for real? I feel like a lot of people you went to college with were poker people.
I had it so that the table has 8 people at it, and our entire apartment had 4 people all playing on the same table.
Oh,
yeah, and I set up a program so that we could each like type in what we had, and then we would select the person that had the best odds, and then funnel money towards that guy. So that
did it work?
No, because no one would listen to what I did. I didn't have a strong enough voice like I do now. But the whole thing is a hack. If you ever Queen 9 is like the fringe card to have, I would play it because I lost a lot of money on Queen 9 that I didn't play. Fringe, play the fringe.
So, do you want to hear? There's a shtick that happened with online poker playing. I think it was genius. It was one of my favorite ones. It's Drew Toothpaste. He does comics online. He's a Twitter guy. He's really funny. Shout out Drew Toothpaste. Just Drew Toothpaste. All one word at Drew Toothpaste. Anyway, he did a shtick where he would go into poker chat rooms. You can talk while you're playing or whatever. You don't have to. And he would do a shtick where he acted like he was driving his car while playing, but acting like he was still playing. And his handle was I'm a dog. I'm __ dog. And it was like, ooh, I almost ran off the road. I'm driving right now. And it was like Delta Board KD KS3H, which is I guess some signifier for the game. And Bipolar Bear wrote, "What the fuck? Driving?" And then Dealer, play will resume after 5 minutes. I wish I could call 911 on you. Whatever. And then he left. The other one was, I'm driving. Can anyone tell me who's winning? And then it was a minute break and it's on interstate. He wrote, the response was, WTF, are you trying to play poker while driving? Dealer sent to board, Delta board. Can't see, small screen. The next post was, you have no business driving and playing. His response, I have airbag, safe if wreck. A third party wrote, what about other people you might hurt or kill? He wrote, I'm a dog, wrote, not much traffic out here. It's night. Oh my God. And then the deal was, it was dealt to the board. Just good stuff. And then I'll give his third one. I'm a dog, right? I guess he wrote something earlier, normal, like deal to hand, but he spelled something wrong. So wrote, I'm driving and made typo. Meant to raise 135.
Telling him what he's gonna do.
Right. Someone wrote, no. He was going to try and raise for everybody, not a secret. But he wrote, can't look at screen much because I need to watch the road. Delta board, blah blah. The stats. Someone wrote, be careful. Someone else wrote, please do. And Delta board, blah blah blah. No need. Be careful. I have airbag. Good. Someone wrote, "I have kids out there driving. Do not run them over." Whatever. Kids these days have airbags too. Um, disconnected. Someone wrote, "Pull over, dog," and then someone wrote, "You're a dog," and he wrote, "Sorry for the delay." I was passing on the road, and the hand starts, and it was dealt. Which the funny thing is, I think he must have been really gambling for the shtick because, like, it makes you want to stay in because you can't leave the room. But do you stay in a room where someone possibly is driving and playing poker?
You want to know if they finish the hand, and you think you have an advantage
Exactly.
too, right?
Right. So do you stay in and just finish, or is it like a moral thing? Like, I can't stay in here. This guy's driving and playing with his kids'
I always,
money,
I always finish.
even if it's not moving the hand.
You got to progress the hand somehow.
Yes, you do.
You get 2 in the hole, and then you're gotta keep going. And that concludes our podcast.
Holy smokes, folks. We like you. We like you a lot. Thanks for joining in. Check all our socials. Check all our not socials. Send money to our poker.
Yeah. Yeah. Please pay off Nick's credit cards. He doesn't know what to do with himself. He will waste your money just like he wasted all of his.
He's in trouble.
Yeah.
He's in trouble. I just need a little help. Just a little get over the hump.
529 would do him justice.
Help me help you.
Good night.
Thanks, folks.